throughout the day, one of the practices that we can use to cultivate greater mindfulness is to rely on prompts, whether that's a particular sound or a timer, to remind us to return to the present moment, to follow our breath, still ourselves and clear our minds for just a moment so that we can become more present. One of the things that they do at Master Thich Nhat Hanh's monasteries is every time they hear a bell, whether that's a telephone ringing or the bell from the temple or just a child passing by on his bicycle ringing a bell, they stop and take a moment for mindfulness. Myself, because we don't have those sorts of phones and we don't have those kinds of bells ringing, I just rely on creating appointments on my Google Calendar so that 4 times every day my phone will send an alarm, a bell sound, that lets me know that it's time for me to kind of still myself, return to the present moment, and just pay close attention to the breath. You know, one of the things that Barbara Ann Kiefer said that I thought was so beautiful is you know, she refers to silence as the eloquence of silence. And how much more incredible would our lives be if we just allow ourselves to experience the great value that there is in that eloquence of silence. So my encouragement for you is to take time every day, whether it's once or twice or 3 times, maybe even just for today, and several times throughout the next, several hours, stop and bring yourself back to the present moment. Cultivate a greater sense of mindfulness. I promise you that if you do this for an entire month, it will become a habit, and that's one of the habits that creates the causes for great things to happen in your spiritual practice. I'll talk with you soon. Namaste. Each year, the Contemplative Order of Compassion and its generous corps of volunteers feed hundreds of men, women, and children on the streets of some of the most populated areas on the East Coast. Blankets are delivered on the streets in winter, and bottled water shared in the hottest of summer months. But without your support, these programs cannot continue. For information on how you can support the works of the Contemplative Order of Compassion, our outreach programs, and operating expenses, please visit us on the web.